I mean, explain it. Oh, you know them.
No, I don't.
It was private and it was like these are the instructions and requirements for it.
I read the one thing I said. Because I have a method, I don't know
So smile.
Another one, I over smiled.
No? So, Mr. Tahiri, Amandu, we have seen today you come to express your interest and take nomination form at the party secretary. So, give us a brief statement about that.
I am Amandu Tahiri. I'm aspiring candidate for Member of Parliament, Maracha East. There are various issues in Maracha that needs a young, vibrant strength from a person like me. Maracha has three major priority areas. One, as a teacher, is about education. When you look at education in Maracha, there are a lot of dropouts. Learners come in their thousands in the lower classes, but as they proceed to upper classes, the dropout rate becomes high. And why is this so? Why? Because the development stage of learning is not set. In Maracha, early childhood development is not considered. You find early childhood is only by private sector. But early childhood lays the foundation for children's growth and the future development. So when there is no early childhood, you find children keep dropping out because they will not learn, they will not like learning. But early childhood will encourage children because they learn in their mother tongue. That is another vital thing. The children learn in their mother tongue, and when they reach primary, they continue learning in mother tongue until they reach primary 4, where the transitional period. But without this, there is going to be issue of dropout. So each and all our community must have community-based early childhood. This is one important vital. The second thing is, even in primary school, learning continues to be in English. Yet we are supposed to develop supplementary materials where our children were supposed to learn in Lugara, so that they like learning and learning becomes easier for them, because learning begins from known to unknown. So when children start learning in Lugara and then continue until primary 4, where they will learn in English, according to linguistic research, it is found out that children can learn a language in 4 months. So in a 1 year, they can be able to understand the 4 techniques of languages: the oral, the written, the spoken. So all this can be understood within the transition period, which is a primary 4. And then that continues. And these are things that help learners. Once learners get learning interesting, they will finish their learning. And then the other issue I want to talk about is every time the government is rolling universal primary education. Universal primary education was initiated globally in 1991 up to 2000. In 2000, the Millennium Development Goal also talk about universal primary education. But when you look at the SDG is talking about knowledge, skill, and aptitude. So aptitude here includes natural skill. And therefore, when you look at the current curriculum, learners learn using knowledge, skill, and attitude. But is this rolling in our schools? No. The answer is no. When you go to Maracha schools, this is not happening. And therefore, it will become very difficult for our learners to come back to our communities and be beneficial. So this is very important. The other area is primary health care. Primary health care, Maracha, all over it is about primary health care. You see, primary health care started, even the Millennium Development Goal talks about primary health care. But the SDG 3 talks about happiness, good health. How does good health come? Good health come when there is a medical facility, improved medical facility, not primary health care. So these are things that we need to come. These are policy level. Because the policy level is a reason why I have to go to the parliament to look at health and education. And then the other issue is the home state. In our home state, when you go to Maracha, there are 3 things that are derailing our home state. One is the issue of eucalyptus tree. Eucalyptus trees, they remove a lot of soil water. All our home states, some of our home states have become plots. Why? Because of eucalyptus tree. You plant eucalyptus tree, you will not grow food. The second one is housing. We find everybody who wants to go to Maracha wants to build a house. Somebody comes from Kampala, wants to build a house there. Somebody comes from any part of the country, wants to build a house in the village. And therefore they scatter houses everywhere. And therefore little soil, land is left for cultivation. The third area is graves. Graves are overtaking our land. Everybody wants to buried in our villages, in our homes. So you find these three things, they are taking the land. And yet, the president is emphasizing the issue of 1 acre model, 2 acre model. How shall we adapt it to these models?
So according to you, the communities should be able to designate a particular location whereby barriers can...
It is not about the community. The district must be supported.
Responsible.
No, the district must be supported to develop homestead housing plan, local housing plan. And once this is successfully in Maracha, we can roll it, we can take it to the floor of parliament and try to see if it can be adopted nationally. When the district develop homestead plan, I know that it may not be rolled immediately, but advocacy and awareness must be created. Once community awareness is created, so that when somebody comes from Kampala, this person has a plan on how to build on that land, to save land. We must save land on the area of eucalyptus.